Last night, I did a roundtable on YouTube with a couple of diehard Seahawks fans / guys who talk about the team online. It's a different avenue. Norb Cam is the guy who organized the whole thing. We got into a couple of conversations about a bunch of different things. And I remember vividly one moment where there was a bit of a disagreement because some guys are really optimistic about what's going to happen next year for the Seahawks. Other people in the group, in the roundtable, were very pessimistic. So I thought to myself, what changes do we know will happen for the Seahawks in 2021? And what changes do we have to admit that we're just hoping for? Here's what I think we know will be different from 2020 to 2021. Regardless of the offense, Russell Wilson is still Russell Wilson. I do not see him falling off a cliff in the near future. Number two, I think the Seahawks offensive line, by default, will be better. How much better? I'm not sure, but by default will be better due to some continuation, and on top of that, a new piece in Gabe Jackson. And then the last thing I know, the Seahawks are going to have a better idea of how to use Jamal Adams, and assuming health, which I don't know, he should be even better and more impactful this coming season. So those are the three things I feel like I know will be different next year. But there might be a couple of things that we don't know, that we're hoping for, that aren't going to be delivered upon. First off, Russell Wilson and Shane Waldron's offense. Is that going to gel to a point where it actually improves as the season progresses? When in the last two seasons, yeah, maybe it's a Brian Schottenheimer problem, but Russell Wilson did not play his best ball at the end of the season. It was all at the beginning of the year. We hope Dwayne Eskridge and Gerald Everett can be immediate contributors on offense. We hope that the Seahawks cornerback group can make it work with DJ Reed and, I don't know. I mean, I guess Ahkello Witherspoon. I know that we had a little back and forth on the Danny and Gallant show with Michael Bumpus aboard, too, on figuring out who was going to be that starting corner. Mora threw the question out there. We're not 100% sure. And also this one, I know we are hopeful. I know we are wishfully thinking on. There's a lot of certainty about this. Is the smorgasbord, I love that term, of Carlos Dunlap and other unsought defensive linemen going to generate more of a pass rush than what we saw in the first half of last year before the Seahawks decided to change their defensive stripes and start blitzing Jamal Adams pretty much every play? They could not generate any pass rush. By the end of the year, plus with Carlos Dunlap aboard, things were better. Kerry Hyder is in. Jaron Reed is out. Alton Robinson had a really nice rookie season considering he's a fifth-round pick. Darrell Taylor, you think, is going to be in the mix. LJ Collier, another season of him where he feels a little more comfortable. Like, there are lots of reasons where I think you can talk yourself into this defensive line being a plus unit. At the end of the day, though, I still think it is wishful thinking at this point. Maybe of all those things, that one is towards the top of the wishful things that we are hoping for that actually could come true. But that's one that people seem to have a lot of certainty about. And I think that you should be a little bit more cautious with that optimism.